So this is part 1 of chapter determinant. Now in this part we will be talking about the introduction of determinant. So mainly in this part we will try to find the answer of two questions. The first one is what is determinant, and the second one is why do we study determinant? What is the advantage of determinant in mathematics? So let's try to find the answer of these two questions. What is determinant and why do we study determinant? Now, to get the answer of these two questions, now let's write some result. You might have read this result in your lower classes, maybe in class 9, 10, 11. You will read these results. You will read some more results in class 12 and higher classes. So let's try to get the answer of these two questions. So let me write some result. Result 1. Now elimination of x and y from the equation a1x plus b1y equal to 0, a2x plus b2y is equal to 0 is, after eliminating x and y from these two equations, we will get the result a1 b2 minus a2 b1 is equal to 0. So after eliminating x and y from these two equations, we will get this result. I am writing the result without the proof. Proof is not required for you. Just we are going to find what is determinant. Now similarly, elimination of x, y, z from the system of equation a1x plus b1y plus c1z equal to 0, a2x plus b2y plus c2z equal to 0, a3x plus b3y plus c3z is equal to 0 is. So after eliminating x, y, z from these three equations, we will get the expression a1 b2 c3 minus b3 c2 plus b1 c2 a3 minus c3 a2 and plus c1 a2 b3 minus a3 b2 equal to 0. So after elimination of x, y, z from these three equations, you will get this expression. Now result 2. Now result 2, condition for consistency of three equations a1x plus b1y plus c1 equal to 0, a2x plus b2y plus c2 equal to 0, a3x plus b3y plus c3 equal to 0 is. It is a1 b2 c3 minus b3 c2 plus b1 C2A3 minus C3A2 plus C1 A2B3 minus A3B2 equal to 0. So because no space is there, so I am writing these two results only, and we will try to get the answer what is determinant. Consistency means what? That the same value of x and y will satisfy all these three equations, because this is three equation in two variables. So definitely by two equation you can get the value of x and y, and then put the x and y in the third equation. Clear? If it satisfies, then it is called that all these three equations are consistent. So I have written some result, because no space is there, so I am not writing the other results. Now you can see these expressions are looking similar. It seems that these expression belongs to same family, or you can say these are special expressions. And not only in these two results, there are so many results where you will get this type of expression. So many results. Even in class 12 in 3D you will get some more result. So these type of expression, these are a special expression in mathematics which play important role in mathematics. So these expression can be written in concise form. For example, this result can be written in concise form in this way: vertical line A1 B1 first row, A2 B2 second row, and then vertical line equal to 0. So we can write this expression as A1 B1 A2 B2 in row and column wise. Now similarly, these two expressions are similar, so this can be written as I am writing here, vertical line A1 B1 C1, A2 B2 C2, A3 B3 C3 is equal to 0. So these type of a special expression can be written in concise form. This is called concise form, where we have written the numbers in rows and columns. This is called rows and this is called column. So this concise form is called determinant. This concise form is called determinant, and this is the symbol for determinant. These two vertical line represent determinant, symbol for determinant. So I think we have got the answer of question what is determinant. So answer is, in mathematics manywhere you will get these type of expression, and these are special expression that can be written in concise form, and that concise form is known as determinant. This is called determinant of second order. Why? Because there are two rows and two columns. This is called determinant of third order because there are three rows, first row, second row and third row, and three columns, first column, second column and third column. Now let us move towards the second question. Why do we study determinant? What is its contribution in mathematics? So see, from here you can get the answer. The first advantage of determinant is directly we can see that instead of memorizing these expression, now these expressions, this concise form is easy to write. If I will say that, remember this result after eliminating these three xyz from this equation, you will get this result. And if I will say that memorize this result, so instead of this result is easy to memorize. Why? This result is easy to remember. Why? See, it is easy to remember. Say why? Just I have written A1, B1, C1 here, A1, B1, C1, then A2, B2, C2, I have written here A2, B2, C2, A3, B3, C3, I have written here A3, B3, C3. And then also A1, B1, I have written A1, B1 in first row, A2, B2 in second row. So as compared to these expressions, this concise form is easy to remember. So this is the first advantage of determinant. Now the second advantage or main advantage is that if we have to simplify this expression, so as compared to simplification of this expanded expression, this concise expression will be simple. If simple numbers are given in place of A1, B1, C1, then you can solve this expression easily. But suppose the complicated values of A1, B1, C1 are given, then instead of calculating this expression, this concise form calculation will be easy. So these are the two advantages of determinant. Let me recall again. The first advantage is any formula in the form of determinant will be easy for you to remember. And the second advantage is, that is the main advantage, that you can find the value of expression, this expanded expression, instead of this expanded expression, you can find its value easily with the help of determinant. So these are the two advantages of determinant, and that's why we study about the determinants. So I hope you have got the answer of these two questions. Now in the next part we will start, this is the introduction part. Now in the next part we will study about the expansion of second order determinant, and then we will solve simultaneously, we will solve so many questions so that the concept will be clear for you.